Hello, this will be a demonstration of Proposition 7 from Book 9 of Euclid's Elements, which says that the product of a composite number and any other number is a solid number. We're given the composite number A and the number B. Nothing special about the number B, it just has to be a number. We're also given their product, the number C. So A times B makes C. What we want to then prove is that the number C is a solid number. That is to say, it is the product of three numbers. Now, we know the number A is a composite number, which means by definition 713 to be particular, some number is going to measure A. Let's call that the number D. The number D doesn't have to measure A in any particular or special way, it just has to measure it. We're also going to create the number E, but the number E will be created in a special way, such that there are as many units in E as there are D's in A. Put another way, the unit measures E the same number of times that D measures A. But because this is true, that the unit measures E the same number of times that D measures A, this then means that E times D makes A by the definition of multiplication, definition 715. So E times D means A equals A. A is the product of E and D. But we also know that the product of A and B is C. So we can actually replace A there with E times D by a property of numbers and say that C is also the product of E, D, and B. But this means that C is a solid number by definition 717, which is the definition of a solid number. So C is a solid number, which is all we set out to prove, which means we're done with the proposition, therefore, etc., Q, E, D. Bit underwhelming, but it's a bit simple, and I'm not going to complain about a simple proposition. An example of this would be that 6 is a composite number. It is measured by not only the unit, but also 2 and 3. And if we take its product with any number, say 5, we'll get 30. And what we want to say what this proposition tells us, at least, is that the number 30 is a solid number because it can be written as the product of three numbers. And that's fairly obvious. 30 is the product of 2, 3, and 5. 2 times 3 times 5 makes 30. So you see that this proposition holds, which isn't exactly surprising. That's all I've got to say about this one, so I'll end the video here and move on to Proposition 9.8.